Hello, friends. Today I'm going to read a story to you called The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade. I want you to look at this front cover. Is there one character that's standing out? You see her? Yes, she's right there and she's pointing up. I wonder why she's pointing. We're going to read this story to learn why she is pointing her finger up. And maybe we can use this to teach us a lesson about how we work with other people. So for you, your students in your class, or on the playground, or wherever you are hanging out with other people, maybe we're going to learn a lesson in this. And we're going to think about what the problem is as we read the story and what the solution ends up being. Hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. Where is young Sally? Does anyone see? No, not noticing her. They're all playing with someone else. She was the smallest girl in the smallest grade. Sure, her name could be heard in the daily roll call, and she marched with her books down the same school hall, but hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super, extra, special attention to the abandoned kite with a tangled string, to the 27 keys on the janitor's ring, to the leaves as they turn green to gold in the fall, to the time Tommy Torino was tripped in the hall. She watched as the wildflowers tipped toward the light and heard the howl of a hound dog late one night. She was there when the stray cats who normally fought conducted a meeting in the church parking lot. She saw Kevin McEwen get pushed off a slide and the oncoming tears that he wanted to hide. Are we starting to get a sense of a problem? Yeah, some bad things are happening to kids. And she'll never forget that parent-teacher day when Billy's much larger father suddenly dragged him away. But through all the mean words and all the cold stares, no one even noticed that Sally was there, and they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super, extra, special attention. She'd seen how a whisper could make someone cower, like a bulldozer crushing through fields of wildflowers, and it kept piling up, this discarded debris, those beautiful kites tangled in trees. So on February 3rd, at 11:29, Sally stepped straight out of the lunchroom line. What do you think she's going to do? She said, "I'm tired of seeing this terrible stuff. Stop hurting each other. This is enough." Now, if you laughed out loud or didn't care that there was some girl with her hand in the air. But then something super extra special happened that day as Howard or Henry suddenly set down his tray. Like waves rolling in one after another, first Molly rose up, then Michael's twin brother. It was Tyrone and Terrence, then Amanda and Paul, who pushed out their chairs and stretched their arms tall. What are they all doing? Are they doing the same as little Sally? From the friendly lunch lady with the dishes she carted to the new third-grade teacher who had only recently started. Yes, everyone there, even Principal Claire, had joined little Sally with their fingers in the air. And though hound dogs were destined to howl at night, and most stray cat meetings would end up as fights, and kites would continue to get stuck in trees, they all felt for a moment like the janitor's keys, fastened together with a heavy steel ring that held all the secrets to unlock everything. As the world returned to the way that it was, Sally noticed the difference, as she usually does, when Billy paused briefly to open the door for Mrs. O'Connell and 17 more, or when Molly scooched over to make some space on the coral riser for Ellen and Grace. These moments that often get taken for granted, a wildflower appearing that no one had planted. The swings soon resumed their rhythm and sway, and day turned to night, and night turned to day. People remembered and would quite often mention that Sally had been paying super, extra, special attention, and how the world could transform and change could be made by the smallest girl in the smallest grade. So how did she solve that problem of everyone not getting along? That's right. She said something, right? Is that something you could do, is say something? And it might make a difference. I hope you enjoyed reading this story with me, The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade. And I hope you enjoy being at school and being with friends and getting along. I hope you have a wonderful school year. See you in the next video.